injury updates, and how will Bruce Cassidy manage goaltenders on his 3-game road trip, plus a preview of today's VGK Carolina game coming up next right here on Locked On Golden Knights.
Your Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hi again, everyone. Tony Cardasco, Chris Golick from Las Vegas. Thanks for making us your first listen each and every day. And find us wherever you get your podcast at places like Spotify and Apple and on the Odyssey app. Also, please remember to subscribe to the Locked On Golden Knights YouTube channel. We are brought to you today by the Gametime app. You can download the Gametime app, create an account, and use the promo code LOCKEDONNHL for $20 off of your first purchase. So, Chris, Bruce Cassidy might not have a choice today against the Hurricanes as to who will be starting in the crease. Jere Patera, the other guy, probably gets the start tonight. He was called up from Henderson yesterday after Aiden Hill returned following his missing 7 games and lasting just 6.5 minutes in the game against Ottawa in his return. And Logan Thompson, from the best we could tell, and you from the press box, might have tweaked something in the third period of the Ottawa game as well. So Patera, he played against San Jose at home in the Fortress 9 days ago, gave up 4 fat goals. Now he'll be playing in a hostile environment in a game in Carolina. And do you agree that Patera will be a net in all likelihood? And what can we expect from the other guy?
To set the table here, first of all, yes, Patera was called up yesterday, along with Jonas Rondbjerg. We'll hit that in a little bit too, trying to figure out what's going on. But who should be starting tonight and why? First of all, if the Golden Knights are only calling up Patera, that's a good thing for Logan Thompson. At least the Golden Knights feel that there's not something worthy of sitting him for a little while, especially with the little extended holiday break coming up right now. If the Golden Knights, the medical staff, and Logan himself feel that he doesn't need that kind of rest right now, that could be a good thing. So why should Logan Thompson not be in the crease tonight? Well, first of all, like we talked about, something was up with his leg. Maybe it's a Charlie horse, maybe it's a cramp, maybe it's something more. Maybe it's precautionary not to sit him. We've heard that word before. It's kind of a scary word all of a sudden. Logan, I believe, has started, according to Mark Stone's presser at least, he's been in the net 9 of the last 10 games or something like that. Heavy workload. I don't know if Logan's had a workload like this even dating back to season number 5, when he was the man, when Leonard was down and all those things happened with the goaltenders and everything. So Logan needs a rest tonight. Hurricanes, we'll talk more about them specifically in a little bit, but not as lethal of a scoring team as they've been in the past, not doing as well. So might be a good time just to rest Logan anyway. But Thompson needs rest. He does not need to be in the crease in tonight's game. If that costs the Golden Knights this game tonight, so what? Long term is what matters. We'll see if the Golden Knights make another call, an emergency call-up or something like that. Like, Patera was the first domino to fall, so we knew that was pretty much happening. Will there be a surprise at any point today about another goalie potentially getting called up? It's kind of what we're waiting for right now, right?
If it is Patera, a little bit shaky, an .895 save percentage. This would be his 4th career start. Last season, he played against CBJ at home, and then at St. Louis, where he gave up 3 goals and a win. I noticed here's a little pattern for you, Chris Golick. In his 3 previous starts, 2, 3, and 4 goals he's given up. Tonight's number 5. Tonight he'll give up 5.
I mean,
potentially,
listen,
no.
If he gives up 5, they can still.
Is that a trend, or is that a trend?
Win the game. I mean, if he gives up 5, it's a trend. I'll give you that. So, Patera's stats. Here's the numbers that matter more right now. 14 games with the Silver Knights, 900 save percentage, 317 goals against. this is a better Silver Knights team than last year's team that just wasn't necessary. Last year's team was more about development of younger players and not necessarily a team looking to compete. Call it what it is. The players on the ice are always competing. Don't get mixed up here. But just the way the team was, the roster composition last year is different than this year's roster composition. It seems like wherever these decisions come from, probably Foley himself, and it goes downhill from there. They want to make sure the Silver Knights have a quality product on the ice. And why I'm saying this is because with Yuri's numbers on a better Silver Knights team, that's a little bit of a concern to me. Maybe there's something different about the defensive structures, where he will do better with the Golden Knights. Can only hope, I guess, right? But this is where I ask anyone watching this podcast, all 6 of you or 7, whatever. Actually, it's more than that. But are you comfortable with the prospects, the potential of Patera some way, somehow being in the net up to 20 games this season? Now people are like, well, 20 games, everyone, why does he have to be in that 20 games? Well, because Logan Thompson had 36 or 37 appearances last season. He's looking a little sore, looking a little tired right now, rightfully so. Not a knock on him, just reality. And Aiden Hill, while we don't know, we may not know, we're probably going to get we're calling it week to week for now, or day to day for now. Whenever Coach Cassidy ends something in for now, it's not good. And you'll get an update today, I'm sure, before the game. The Golden Knights will have the presser from Cassidy up, and he'll answer a question about it, and it'll be vague, but it'll be clear enough that'll help paint that picture. So back to Patera. Good chance Aiden's going to be gone longish term. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Logan is tired and a little hobbled right now. Are you comfortable with Jiri Patera getting up to 20 starts this season, some way, somehow, between now and call it April? I don't know I don't know. I did ask Kelly McCrimmon about this before the season started. I'll find that sound bite and put it up on our Twitter later today. But I'm trying to remember McCrimmon's answer, but McCrimmon basically saw enough out of him to be comfortable for him to be the man in the potential absence of the top 2 goalies.
Okay, so why did VGK bring up Jonas Rondbjerg? Why did they bring him up? He hasn't played in a game since November the 14th and scored a goal earlier this season, his 1 goal against Anaheim. Why is he with the team on this roadie?
Pardon my nose right there. That was a little louder than I anticipated. Sorry about that, guys. If you got a nice,
we didn't hear
appropriate sound bite of my snot bubble. Okay, good.
We didn't hear it. So that's good. Bring more attention to it. And thanks for turning on the Christmas lights.
Thanks, Christopher, for turning on the lights, and Tony for reminding me to turn the lights on. Why was Rondbjerg called up? This is a good question. I will start with what might be the most obvious answer. Paul Cotter took a shot.
Yeah.
As time was winding down, less than a minute left, I believe, in who did they play? In the Senators game. Goes down. He was hobbled as he got up, slammed his stick on the bench, and hobbled down the runway after the game. Didn't see him post-game walking around, but, there's some pain there. And so if Cotter is out, does Rondbjerg draw in? And I don't know if the answer is yes. No disrespect to Rondbjerg, but Pavel Dorofeev. Why is he not getting more chances right now?
Do you know who else got a little bit dinged up in that game, came out of the lineup for just a moment and received a little bit of medical attention? Was Kolasar. Jammed his shoulder into the boards, and I don't know if there's anything there, but he came out just for a little bit. It might have missed a shift or two, and then I think he came back on the ice, but he's not been very effective. He's been ineffective.
Kolasar's job isn't necessarily to be effective on the score sheet, but he did get some goals recently that were pretty big in a couple of games, so he's doing fine. But if he's a little jammed up, it would make sense. So there's a couple ways this can happen. Let's assume Cotter is out for a second. You got 2 options. You could do a dollar for dollar replacement with Rondbjerg and just throw him on the wing over there. The other thing you could do, which I like better, you can put
is to play with 10 forwards. Play with 10 forwards like Ottawa did.
Hey, that was so 2000. Well, there was a team that had to use an emergency goalie too because of because
yeah.
of cap circumvision too.
You almost said my word on here. Yeah.
No, I did say it, but
Yeah.
it
Okay.
wasn't directed towards the home team. So, I mean, this just maybe we're going to go off the rails for a second here, but you look at Brett Howden, who had an assist, I believe, in Sunday's game. He's got 8 points on that second line that's starting to tick with Stevenson and Marchessault right now. So is Howden on that line to be, a little more physical and maybe more of a defensive presence to have another center out there in case one of the 4 centers go down? Or you got Pavel Dorofeev, who played 6 games, got a point and a half of those, or played 13 games, got a point and a half of those games, is a much more effective scorer. So, I mean, even putting Cotter, if you were taking Cotter off of that third line, Dorofeev, Carlson, Amadio, I kind of like that line. So what could be happening right now? If it's Cotter, you could go dollar for dollar in Rondbjerg. If it's Kolesar, this is where the team has options. You could go dollar for dollar and just put Rondbjerg on the wing and call it good. Another thing the team can do is you can put Brett Howden down there on that fourth line, and then you can even put Dorofeev up on the second line, or on the top line, or no, second line, pardon me, with Stevenson and Stone, or Stevenson and Marchessault. They keep changing the lines up on me.
They
right
changed
now.
it, yeah.
So, I want to see Dorofeev. Maybe I'm trying to put a square peg in a round hole right now, but I would much rather, if there's any path where one of the top 12 skaters has to come off, and it's going to be on the left side where there's an opening, Dorofeev, I would hope, somehow draws in, and Rondbjerg is an insurance replacement because a Paul Cotter or a Kolesar did not travel, and they know there's going to be a 3-game window where a replacement is needed. So long story short, we have no idea why Rondbjerg was called up. We'll find out probably about 5 hours from now when the Golden Knights put out their afternoon availability from Coach Cassidy.
Okay. Alec Martinez, is he okay?
I think so, yeah. I saw it was tweeted he went down the tunnel for a little bit, got some attention, came back. But again, you never know how these injuries and stuff can pop up the next day. Stevenson missed some time. That was kind of unexpected. It just, something that popped up overnight or after the game was over and stuff like that. Same thing with Logan Thompson. We don't know how his leg is going to react after the adrenaline went away and once he took his pads and everything off. So, it's really feeling like December 19th as a Golden Knights media person, follower, and I'm still a fan of the team with my son. We still cheer at home when things happen and all that. I'm comfortable saying that. But it's really feeling like December 19th. There's starting to be some questions, starting to be some concerns, but there's not concerns about people like Eichel and Stone and even Ivan Barbashev as of late. That line's they got to be close to 40 points in the last 10 games just on that line by itself. So there's a lot of good right now too.
Yeah, and they are definitely in need of Rudolph delivering some Christmas presents for the VGK.
Some Christmas health. Ooh, sounds like a Christmas segment. There we go, Christmas segment.
Yeah, that was there for Chris Cassidy.
Deliver?
Okay.
No, for our Christmas show. Show. Make sure I put the lights on too for that show, okay?
All right. Coming up next, we've got a preview of tonight's VGK game against the Carolina Hurricanes in Charlotte. That's right. Coming your way next, right here on Locked On Golden Knights. Right now and during the NFL season, you can score with FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. And right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about jumping in and joining FanDuel, there's no better time to do it than right now. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, including the point spreads, including player props, over-unders, and much, much more. And that game last night, Drew Lock, 92 yards in the final 2 minutes. You had him on fantasy, I'm sure.
I'll tell you later about that.
Okay, so FanDuel.com/lockdown is the place to go this NFL season. FanDuel, the official partner of the National Football League. Welcome back to Locked On Golden Knights. Tony Cardasco and Chris Golick from Las Vegas. Thanks for making us your first listen each and every day. We appreciate you doing so. And of course, the YouTube channel is the place to be for the Chris and Chris show on Saturdays. Fridays, we've got WTF right here, of course, across all of our channels. So we can expect a very physical game tonight between VGK and Carolina. 4 o'clock face-off time. Love these
Yes,
games. You know
yes.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas time.
Oh, yeah.
The Golden Knights will be facing the Canes strong forechecking game. Their forecheck is probably amongst the best, and they play an Eastern style team. Cassidy knows these teams very well. When their defense plays well, they can stifle teams, but they haven't really been doing so of late. We've got tonight for the Hurricanes. They should be able to benefit from the possible return of Andrei Svechnikov. His last game was versus Edmonton on December the 6th. On December the 4th, he took a cross check from someone on the Jets. Yeah, Logan Stanley, I think, of the Jets. Nasty cross check in front of the net. Remember that one. In any event, they've had some bad luck as well with their goaltending situation. Okay, so a lot of things are murky there in Carolina right now. Antti Ranta is now with the Chicago Wolves because they put him on waivers earlier this week.
With Maxime Comtois. Let's go. Who
With
has 18 points in
Comtois.
16 games, by the way. Comtois, 18 points, 16 games. Call him up.
Pyotr Kochkov.
Kachekov. I got you.
I could almost said something else. Okay, 6-6-2 with an 898 save percentage. Could see him tonight. And then the goalie, Frederick Anderson, has not been playing due to blood clotting. And they just signed Aaron Dell, the old San Jose Shark.
What? So forgive me, I'm not keeping up a whole lot with
it's
the
okay,
Hurricanes.
but I couldn't even
Ranta, they sent Ranta to Chicago and Dell's the backup. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Amen.
Okay.
Until they get, well, yeah, of course, until they get Frederick Anderson back.
I mean, 3 goalies is too much.
And
they also entered the season. Go ahead.
And they cut Halak.
I was beating the drum to sign Halak
in the
offseason.
He's still out there.
He might be a Golden Knight by the end of this week. Don't kid yourself. And I say that about 20% goofiness and 80% like it might happen at some point this year. But we'll talk about that maybe another time.
I need to study my Russian names. Go ahead.
Yeah.
While you do that.
So, I mean, 3 goalies, if you have 3 goalies, you don't have 1 goalie. I think we'll start by saying it like that. I think the Hurricanes, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
right, but they broke camp like this. They broke camp, I believe, with 3 goalies. Like this was
they did. They broke camp with 3 goalies.
And I don't think they're the only team to do that either. So a little strange. Kachekov's been a little feisty lately, right? You just had that thing actually with Ottawa and Brady Tkachuk before the Golden Knights played him. I still say, if you're wondering about this, folks, just look up Tkachuk penalty shot or something like that against Kachekov, and Kachekov just wiped him out and almost started a brawl. It's actually pretty cool to see. It was definitely a poke check, but he got the legs first, and the ref should have called the trip and give
that was
Brady
on a penalty shot. Yeah,
it was on a penalty shot. Yeah, no, he took it. He wiped him out, but it was premeditated, Tony. It was premeditated. I knew that the second.
I still loved it.
Oh yeah, of course you did. Yeah. Some other quick hitters about Carolina. So I mean, the goalies, like you talked about, as far as save percentage, him and Freddie Anderson and Aaron Dell. I mean, it's the same goalie, right? Kachekov is a 894 save percentage, 262 goals against is interesting with the low save percentage. So that tells me he's getting some defense in front of him. I looked at the split. Hurricanes have scored 100 and given up 100 goals, which is like right in the middle, like the top third of the league, like 9 or 10 in each category there. So I mean, they score, but they also do get scored on. As far as just players to look at, you mentioned Svechnikov could be coming back, right? That's a big positive, obviously, for the Hurricanes. You got Sebastian Aho, 27 points, only 28 games though, so he missed a few games due to injury. Natchez is doing well. Youngster Seth Jarvis, Teuvo Teravainen, who is probably pushing 37 right now. I feel like that guy's been in the NHL forever. He's doing well, and of course, you got Brent Burns. Who. The weird thing about looking at Brent Burns' stats this year, he's got 13 points, but he's a +9. He's a +9 on a team with a 0 goal differential. So Burns has done something with his defensive game that has certainly improved. That was always the running joke, right? When him and Erik Karlsson were on the same line in San Jose, they're going to score, but they're going to maybe account for 2 goals, and they're going to be out there for 6 goals for the opposition, and they're going to be -3 or 4 every game. But Burns certainly maybe turned a defensive corner. Brindamore, great coach. I would love to see him win a Stanley Cup as a coach at some point. He definitely, I think, has that pedigree. He has the ability to motivate, and might be one of the best motivators in the NHL. Just to find a way to get the maximum out of players, and that type of coach that you just want to run through a brick wall for. He's one of the few coaches in the league that's like that. So, not going to be an easy matchup for the Golden Knights. I believe last year, if I'm not mistaken, Tony, the one time the Golden Knights traveled to Carolina, it was a 4-0 VGK shutouts. So that was a good thing. So the team is comfortable playing out there. First game on the road trip, early game. I'm sure you'll hear about didn't get the extra travel day, not a lot of practice. You'll hear about that when coach speaks. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Weird game, but I think the Golden Knights could be okay in this one.
I think it'll be a very physical game. Andrei Svechnikov, we were talking about him, and he comes off of ACL surgery from last March, so he gets a late start to the season, and then that nasty cross-check, and they say he's finally physically fit and ready to go, skating yesterday with Jack Drury and Tara Vinen. So we'll look forward to that, tonight. I think we'll see him in the lineup, and that could be a major fit for them. And they call him the best player on the team, although Sebastian Aho probably, I would think, is the best player.
I mean, dollar for dollar, Svechnikov's probably, I don't know how I don't have the stat splits in front of me, but I think dollar for dollar, Svechnikov is a little bit, more of a potent player, but I mean, they're both great players. You'd be happy to have either one on your team.
Coming up next, our predictions and our locks of the night, including Miss Sally will make an appearance, hopefully, today. We hope so. Coming your way next, right here on Locked On Golden Knights. Gametime is the only ticketing app that gives you the complete peace of mind with your purchase. Gametime has deals right up until the start of the event, and even an hour after it starts, it's the first place to go when you're looking for last-minute deals. Find exclusive flash deals and sponsored deals on tickets for everything here in the Vegas Valley. Chris and I both utilize the Gametime app. And with zone deals, you pick the section and Gametime picks the seats for an average of 18% savings. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use the promo code LOCKEDONNHL for $20 off of your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account. Use the redeem code LOCKEDONNHL for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Welcome back on Locked On Golden Knights. Tony Cardasco, just nice catch there, Cardasco. Thanks for making us your first listen each and every day. We appreciate you doing so. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Locked On Golden Hurricanes.
Hurricanes are Allie's second favorite team.
Wow, it's time for predictions and locks of the night. Good morning, Miss Allie. Wow.
Tony said good morning.
She goes, okay. She goes, okay.
She said, hey. She said, hey.
Oh, okay. No, hey. First of all, congrats. She pegged the winning game number the other night.
She had the immaculate call. She had the score on the head and 2 goal scores. So she was
wow.
I think she had the first immaculate lock of the nights of the season.
Wow. Okay, Miss Allie, let's go.
All right, Allie, what do you got for us tonight? The people need to know.
Tell her to lean in a little. There you
get close to the microphone. Get a little closer. Okay, so your score again, Allie.
5-3 Vegas.
5-3 Vegas. Okay, even though she's wearing the Hurricane jersey, that's good. And give me 2 players, Allie.
Carlson Stone.
Carlson and Stone.
Oh.
Tony loves anytime we say Carlson on the show. All right, so Chris is you go on that side, Chris? Okay. All right, Chris is in the E-bug. All right, Chris, what do you got, buddy, for tonight's? Get close.
Let's go 3-2 Knights.
3-2 Knights. Think it's gonna be a low scoring.
Did you ask him what he asked Santa for? Did you ask him in front of their T-Mobile? Can you ask?
OT.
Oh, I don't know if they. I don't know. So 3-2 OT. Chris, what players do you got?
Is that an Eichel jersey, by the way? What
Sorry.
number? I just see 9. Oh,
Carlson,
sorry.
Eichel.
Carlson and Eichel.
Did you ask him though? No. Okay,
What
he's
do you
out.
Hey,
Never
Chris,
mind,
did
he's
you?
gone.
Hey, Chris, did you ask? What was your conversation with Santa at T-Mobile? We're asking. Did you guys talk about anything, or just kind of stand there?
Stand there.
I think Santa was focused on the other people in the picture around him. If I had to be honest with you,
Okay,
it was a little crowded.
he's a little distracted. A little distracted.
A little distracted and attracted, but yeah.
Okay, so here's my
It wasn't on
prediction.
you, buddy.
Will Carolina be tough tonight, or will they be the Candy Canes? That's the big question. The Candy Canes for the season. VGK
Spelling
5.
I'm spelling a rock impersonation right now. You and your can. Never mind. Okay, go ahead.
All right,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
VGK 5-2-3 all time against the Canes, who are 16-12-3 on the season,
This is a
and they
lot.
have just
This is a lot.
3 wins in their last 10. I'm going to go with Carolina. I think this is a really tough spot. I think this is a really difficult spot for VGK, and I'm going to have to go because I said he's climbing the ladder, giving up all those goals. The other guy, so I said 5 goals, right? 2, 3, 4 in his previous 3, and that's why that's how he earned his name on the cup, by the way. Okay, so 5 for Carolina to 2 for VGK. Wah and Colasar. Juan Colasar.
Juan Colasar, and we'll replace Colasar with a player to be named later if Colasar is the one who draws out tonight's. Eichel Barbashev. Eichel's so hot. Barbashev equally as hot. Same line. Well, not equally as hot, but pretty close. I think Eichel is 14-10, and Barbashev is 10 points, 9 games. So they're both amazing right now. Mark Stone has a ton of points.
Get rid
too.
of that guy. He's horrible. Gosh, he's so bad. Barbashev. That was some of the fan reaction to him. I said he's a money guy. In the playoffs, I
Yeah.
want him on that team.
Listen, that's the thing. I mean, playoff hockey, regular season hockey, 2 different animals, and
It's not like he's coasting. It's not like he's coasting. He was
No,
playing
it's-
hard. He was around the net. Just come on. Relax.
And that's the thing. Like, it's not that people coast in the regular season, but there's just another gear when the playoffs start. Whether it's a mindset, whatever it is. I mean, just the stakes are higher, and they get the job done. And Barbashev, at least last year, was that guy. And all of a sudden, we're starting to see that guy again. So Eichel and Barbashev for me, I mean, they're going to connect for a goal or 2 possibly. So that seems like an easy one. And pardon me, I like your call of 5 goals for Patera. Unfortunately, even if it's Logan, I don't think it's going to be a low scoring game tonight. 6-5 Vegas OT.
Wow. All right.
6-5 high event hockey. Ugly game, tough spot for the Golden Knights with the travel. At least they played a little bit earlier on Sunday, so that helps a little bit. But it's just a tough spot all around tonight. It really, really is. I don't think it's going to be the best hockey. What's the Hurricane situation? I got their game log here. So what's their situation right now?
Yeah, they were on the
Curious.
road for a while.
But they were home for their last 2. They had a 1, 2, 3, 4. They had a 6-game trip.
10.
They had a 6-game trip. They went to 2 and 4.
12 days.
Yeah, and it didn't help. They had 6 games, a 6-game roadie, and then they do a back-to-back at home.
Yeah.
So there you go, Tony.
Rigged.
I'm sure you
It's
love
rigged.
that.
It's rigged, yeah.
So they've lost their
Definitely
last 2 games, 6-5 in OT, 2-1 in the shootout against Washington and Nashville, respectfully, whatever. And then they get 1 day off. Here come the Golden Knights. So this is a tough spot for both teams. Go pound that 6.5 and take the over comfortably. I think
Take the over. You think? Okay.
I think so.
Another
I
note.
don't care who the goalie is for the Golden Knights. I don't care.
Another note. The Coach Killers are at it again. DJ Smith fired in Ottawa. Did we have that discussion on the air or after the show yesterday?
I think you said on the air that I think you started by saying you're surprised he was still around.
Yeah. Well, he's not.
I could be
anymore.
wrong about that.
Lost his last 4. Yeah.
Vegas, you don't want to be a traveling team coming through Vegas right now. I got the Chargers coach canned. I got the Ottawa coach canned. And here, this
St. Louis coach. Yeah.
This has no. Oh yeah, Berube too came through recently. This has no relation to the show whatsoever. But I fell asleep on our little couch yesterday, or on our chair, and this is a picture. This is an actual picture that was drawn of me while I was sleeping yesterday. My wife painted our loft with the Golden Knight colors and stuff, and
She
that was me
did.
sleeping
Wow.
right there. Oh yeah,
Wow.
we have a very Golden Knights loft, no doubt. It's
My goodness, that's
so that was a
great.
picture of Golick sleeping yesterday. I don't know why I showed that, but it's actually a really good picture. I wish they would have taken a picture of me and could have seen the
That's
side by
funny.
side. It was pretty close, actually.
They actually colored within the lines. That's pretty good. It's unlike my
Well, I think
artwork.
Amanda drew that. No offense to the kids, but this is a little more advanced, I think. Well, actually, looks like the
Okay.
kids might have colored some of this. It's
Okay,
a
I've got
good
it's
picture.
not what the Friday yet, but on the
Apparently
way
it
out
is.
today.
Apparently it is.
What is up with all of these holiday parties in January? I got invitations
not
to
been summer.
3 parties in January, holiday parties. Like usually at the end of this nonsense, and by the end of the year, I'm done.
So 2 party notes here. Now the show is completely off the rails. One, I did really enjoy seeing this last night. The Golden Knights, the staff members got their Stanley Cup rings
You know,
last night.
I've got some issues.
And well, you can
I've
have
got some
issues, but
issues.
I'm positive about this. So I'm positive.
Okay,
You do what you want. But
I missed some media members in that photo. They
I
should
knew
have been
Tony
in
was
there.
going to jump on that one.
I
Okay,
had to
that's
do
fine.
that. Had to do
That's
that.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine. No, but
And also there's like a key entertainment piece missing from that photo. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I'm going to do some research first.
okay. It was nice to see. I mean, I do, I've been a season ticket holder since day one and seen these people at work from a fan perspective, seen them at work, obviously, from a media member perspective. And
they
so
don't get
much,
paid much. Most of them. Let's face it.
yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Bad shot.
But they do an amazing job making an incredible experience. And I mean, I do say the Golden Knights are still the best show on ice, and very nice seeing all of those people celebrating and getting their moment and getting their rings. So can't imagine what that feels like. So congratulations to pretty much everyone you don't see, you and me as fans of the team. I'll still say I'm a fan of the team, but to all the people who do make this an incredible show. So congratulations to every one of them.
Why they have this party in January?
I figured that. And then just really quick note, my wife and daughter Allie, they tried to go, I think it was last year, to Raising Cane's one night, and they were closed for a staff holiday party in December. So you gotta be careful going to Raising Cane's around this time of year. They could be closed for a staff holiday party. That's all.
Okay.
That's
it. Mic drop. From my man Chris Garlick, I'm Tony Cardasco. We appreciate you all tuning in, especially our everydayers. Sign up again, subscribe for our YouTube channel, Locked On Golden Knights, and we'll see you again tomorrow right here on Locked On Golden Knights. Take care.